And we are live. Welcome one and all inside the GCU Soccer Stadium. It is Super Bowl Sunday, but it is Super Soccer Sunday right here, a beautiful Sunday in Lope Country. I am Dominic Hitton, joined alongside my partner in crime, Jack O'Hara. The Lopes, Jack, are coming off that 4-1 loss to Arizona on Thursday. Jack, you were on that game, on that call. What did you see? What are things that you believe the Lopes could take into this game to capitalize and really build off of that loss?
Well, it was a long time coming, Dom. Obviously, the Lopes were gearing ready to go against a premier Pac-12 opponent in the Arizona Wildcats on opening night. That happened Thursday, of course. They played very well defensively. You can't really say anything too shabby about Chris Sissel's defense in game number one against Arizona. Of course, JC Ironshad on the offensive side going way outside the box to connect for her first goal of the season. Would end up being the Lopes' only score of the night, going up 1-0 right before the half. Hayden Wallace's first career outing in front of the net as the Lopes goalkeeper. You know, she's been chomping at the bit for the last 3 years to get behind the net. And of course, she did allow those 4 scores to the Wildcats, all coming late, but did a tremendous job defensively as she did pick up 6 saves against, again, that premier Pac-12 opponent in Arizona. It's an entirely new test today, Dom, against NAU. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, and absolutely, Jack, as you mentioned, that loss, obviously trying to capitalize, trying to learn from your mistakes, but it is a brand new week for the Lopes as they take on the Lumberjacks of Northern Arizona. Don't go anywhere because we got a whole game for you right here on GCU TV. And welcome back inside the GCU Soccer Stadium for this beautiful Super Bowl Sunday matchup, a super soccer matchup between your Grand Canyon University Antelopes women's soccer team against the Northern Arizona University Lumberjacks. And as always, we would like to talk about the most recent game, the season opener against Arizona. Like we mentioned earlier, the 4-1 loss on Thursday night. The first goal of the season scored by JC Ironshad. Obviously, you know, a lot of things to work on, a lot of things to capitalize from them, Jack, like you mentioned. But the defense, very solid for GCU in the opening match.
Yeah, there was a ton of progress like we were mentioning at the top of the broadcast, Dom. I mean, they showed much more on the field than it did in the final score, obviously, with the 4-1 loss to the Wildcats. You know, in the first game of Chris Sissel's GCU tenure that began, you know, more than 1 year ago, JC Ironshad, like you mentioned, picking up that goal, the only score of the night for the Lopes. She said that the energy in the locker room before the game was absolutely insane. It was amazing. She felt like they haven't seen that in their team before games, you know, in such a long time. And it should be interesting to see how they're able to adjust, able to adapt, how they're going to be able to respond today against a very formidable opponent in NAU, like we were talking about, the Lopes facing off against the Arizona Wildcats, NAU, as well as the Arizona State Sun Devils. That will take place on February 11th and the 14th. and it should be an exciting affair today. Like you mentioned, Super Bowl Sunday, it's Super Soccer Sunday here in the heart of the Valley of the Sun.
Absolutely, and a beautiful Sunday to watch some soccer. For those of you that are going to be tuning in to the NFL Super Bowl game, we're happy that you are here welcoming with us. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the GCU women's soccer team. At the goal, we have Hayden Wallace, Danny Bobb at forward, JC Ironshot as well at forward, Michaela McGee on defense, Cameron Larson, the captain, the senior, number 9 at forward, Perry Belzer is going to be in the middle, Hannah Edwards will be at defense, Lindsay Prokop will also be at forward, Tyler Ferguson on defense, and rounding out the middle, we're going to have Marlene Shimmer, the transfer from ASU, and Brenna Alderson. So a good lineup looking here to take on those NAU Lumberjacks. And we're going to send it down to the field for prayer and anthem. Don't go anywhere. Stay here with us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the GCU Soccer Stadium for today's soccer matchup between the visiting Lumberjacks of Northern Arizona University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. And now, fans, let's meet the starting 11 for both sides. We begin with the visiting Lumberjacks. At midfielder, a junior, number 2, Riley Mitchell. At forward, a senior, number 4, Kylie Kapuska. At midfielder, a senior, number 10, Kayla Terhune. At forward, a senior, number 12, Paige Mailing. At defender, a sophomore, number 14, Riley Curran. Defender, a sophomore, number 16, Abby Donathan. At forward, a sophomore, number 20, Kalea Gerfield. At midfielder, a freshman, number 21, Maddie Schaefer. At defender, a senior, number 22, Emma Robson. At midfielder, a junior, number 33, Sydney Dennis. And the goalkeeper for the Lumberjacks, a senior, number 1, Taryn Benham. The Lumberjacks are led by head coach Kylie Lowe, assisted by Allison Conquest, Taylor Spalding, and Chris Campbell. And now, here is the starting 11 for your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. At forward, a sophomore, number 5, Danny Bam. At forward, a sophomore, number 6, JC Ironshed. Midfielder, a senior, number 8, Michaela McGee. Forward, a junior, number 9, Cameron Larson. At defender, a senior, number 19, Hannah Edwards. At forward, a sophomore, number 20, Lindsay Prokop. At defender, a junior, number 21, Perry Belzer. At defender, a sophomore, number 26, Tyler Ferguson. At midfielder, a junior, number 27, Marlene Shimmer. A midfielder, a freshman, number 29, Brenna Alderson. And your goalkeeper, a sophomore, number 0, Hayden Wallace. The assistant coaches for your Lopes, Edgar Anzaldo, Ben Harmon, and Matt Robinson. Your head coach, Chris Sissel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this afternoon by honoring America with the playing of our national anthem.
right, and there it was. Prayer and national anthem. Jack O'Hara, Dominic Hinton up here in the booth. In case you forgot, we are so happy to have Lope Country back in action again. A beautiful Sunday edition of this soccer matchup between the NAU Lumberjacks and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Jack, excited to be out here today. A beautiful Sunday, good weather, and two teams who are eager to face off after a long wait.
I think you undersold it, Dom. It's great weather here today in Phoenix, Arizona. And like we mentioned, a day of a lot of exciting factors. The Lopes again looking for their first victory of the season on this Sunday matinee. Of course, coming off that 4-1 loss. NAU, of course, they're going to be playing in a revised Big Sky schedule this season in 2021. Of course, head coach Kylie Luau in her second season with the Lumberjacks, leading the team to a 5th place performance in the Big Sky a season ago. And of course, there's a lot to look forward to in this game. We finally got to see the first doses of Marlene Shimmer and Lindsay Prokop on Thursday night in the home opener. Marlene Shimmer showing off her speed, utilizing that speed to the best of her advantage, as well as we take a look at the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game. Of course, weekend of first, like we've been mentioning throughout the broadcast thus far. Dom came up short, 4-1 loss against Arizona, but there were a lot of positives. Like I was saying, Marlene Shimmer utilizing a lot of speed to create offensive opportunities. And of course, Hayden Wallace, like I said, her first career start after being on the bench for 2 years, getting that experience under the last administration, of course, under the tutelage of Coach Chris Sissel and his new staff this season, getting her first start and really playing well against the Wildcats in 6 minutes for 5th place. Of course, in this one, the Lopes will be going up against this NAU program with a couple of familiar foes, so it should be interesting to see nonetheless, and it looks like we're about to get ready to kick off. 2 o'clock and time to rock, Dom.
It is 2 o'clock and time to rock indeed, Jack O'Hara, as we are underway, as GCU is going to start with the ball here. They're going to make a good movement here onto the side, cross right into the middle. Know what is there, GCU trying to recover that. NAU is going to take it up the sideline. Yeah, you mentioned, Jack, last Thursday we got to see the likes of Marlene Shimmer and Lindsay Prokop obviously making their first GCU debuts, as that one is in the box but cleared out by GCU. Lindsay Prokop coming over after winning WAC Freshman of the Year at UMKC, following her head coach Chris Sissel, as he made his debut last Thursday as the head coach in his first season for these GCU Antelopes. Marlene Shimmer, another one of those transferred, added on to Chris Sissel's arsenal, coming from ASU, the Pac-12 veteran. Making her presence known early. Time to see those girls in action, see what they can do here for GCU, as that one is cleared out.
Yeah, NAU's offense making headways early on. I'm really putting the pressure on Hayden Wallace and this Lopes defense. And again, it was a defensive seesaw affair in the first half, if you remember, on Thursday between the Wildcats and the Lopes. Not much offense going on. The Lopes, like I said, Marlene Shimmer creating some opportunities. We didn't see much of Cameron Larson. Hopefully we see a lot more from her offensively. Had 1 attempt on goal on Thursday night, 2 shot attempts as well. But of course, this defense looking to combat NAU right off the bat.
And a little bit of a scuffle right there in the box. There's some movement by NAU. NAU putting a lot of pressure on this GCU defense right away, as Cameron Larson's going to try and fight for it in the middle. Marlene Shimmer's got it. But back to NAU. But GCU has it. They're going to clear it up the sidelines and out of bounds. So it's going to be an NAU throw-in. Jack, so far early in this game, in these early 2 minutes, GCU off to a firing start, but NAU responding right away, putting a lot of pressure on that Lopes defense.
Yeah, well, so far so good for this defense, like we've been mentioning, Dom, because Hayden Wallace, again, in a weird way, wants the pressure to be put on her early on. She wants to prove that she should be in front of the net this season in this 2021 campaign for the Lopes. So it's nice to see the defense stepping up once again, but it looks like this offense going to again try to strategize a game plan that really didn't go their way against that Arizona defense that was just as compatible against the Lopes defense on Thursday night.
Yeah, the Lopes looking for answers, hoping to rebound off of that game. You mentioned Hayden Wallace getting some good reps after nearly 3 years of being the backup. Kayla King also fighting for a spot, so it'll be good to see those goalkeepers really going at it. You want to see the pressure put on to see who can really prove themselves as Kayla King comes up and clears that one out of the box. Big move there as that one is over her head. She cleared it right to the NAU forward, who just sunk it in the back of the net over her head. So that one, not the best look from Kayla King as she gives that goal up early to NAU.
Yeah, well, we saw moments ago, I think it was Abby Donathan moments ago, almost coming away with a goal, hit the top of the goal post at the 1.5 minute mark. So she put the pressure right away on Hayden Wallace. We've already seen a few shot attempts right before that one, but NAU, of course, outside the box, and that was another goal by Abby Donathan, who is the juggernaut offensively for this NAU program. So right off the bat, putting the pressure on Hayden Wallace and making her pay for it. Let's see if the Lopes offense can adapt here and try and put the pressure on NAU defensively here. We have not seen the Lopes, again, we're only 3.5 minutes in, Dom, so I want to make it seem like it's been a while. But the Lopes, right off the bat, have their backs against the wall trying to answer that call from Abby Donathan.
Yeah, and that's something that you never want to see for either team. If you're, going up against a strong opponent, you want to be able to stay into this game, not take yourself out of it early. So hopefully the Lopes can really get back into that. You mentioned Abby Donovan, a big driving force for this NAU team. Already in just these 4 minutes, she's already had 2 shots and 1 on goal, 1 that actually went in. So let's see if she can continue to make a force for this Lumberjacks offense, as it's going to be a goalie kick for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, first free kick of the afternoon for Taryn Benham. That's a good one back to midfield, but like you were mentioning, Dom, the Lopes just continuing to not do anything offensively. It looks like they're going to have their first breakaway here with Danny Babb. Let's see if she can get something cooking up.
Danny on the corner. She's going to look to see if she can cross it in the middle. She might take it herself right there to Shimmer. Shimmer sends it way over the net, but that was a good look there. Danny Bobby with some good footwork off to the side, finding Shimmer. Shimmer just unable to get that one down, but if you continue to see something like that Bobby to Shimmer work, I think that we can see a lot of goals in this GCU's future.
Yeah, Danny had the right idea there, and to your credit, Dom, a lot of fancy footwork there working in her favor, and she found the right person, Marlene Shimmer, with a very aggressive right hook there, but again, just put a little too much oomph on it, way over the net, way over the post, and just like that, NAU in possession again. But again, this Lopes defense, like we've been mentioning, is going to have to step up today after allowing 4 scores on Thursday night, trying to prove that they are one of the elite defending teams in the WAC this season.
That's Lindsay Prokop, with the ball. She gets that one off to the side, but NAU has it. They're going to try and work on an attack here. GCU trying to stump them.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Looks like that was Marlene Shimmer that got roughed up down there on the near side in enemy territory.
Yeah, and she's down. She's holding her leg as both NAU's going to come off to the side and GCU's going to give her some space. We got the medical staff out there taking a look at her. Hopefully nothing too serious. Shimmer's one of those players that you would hate to see go down earlier in the season.
It looks like everyone's going to be taken off the field. She looks like she's writhing in pain, Dom. Not a good sight down there on the field.
Yeah, not a good sight down on the field, obviously, but not a good sight for GCU early on in the season. Marlene Shimmer, as we mentioned, one of those big additions in the offseason to Coach Sissel's brand new team. She came over from ASU, the Pac-12 veteran, someone who really is a driving force in this Lopes offense. You hate to see her down. But don't go anywhere. We're going to give them some time, give them some space. We'll be right back with more women's soccer right here on GCU TV. We'll see you real soon. And welcome back inside GCU Soccer Stadium. 5 minutes and 45 seconds into this match. Unfortunately, Marlene Shimmer, we just saw go down with what looks like an leg injury. Good news is she was able to, with the assistance of the training staff, walk off the field. So hopefully they'll get her looked at. We'll have more updates on her soon. We hope that she has a speedy recovery with whatever that it may be. But for the time being, we're going to throw it right back down to the game. It looks like it's going to be a NAU kick, possibly. So they're going to take this one. And that's going to go to Hayden Wallace, who's going to set up her defense. She's going to clear that one out. Looks like Hannah Edwards there. She passes that one back. Wallace up the field looking for Cameron Larson. That one just got away from Larson. NAU looking to do something here.
It was definitely a big blow for the Lopes a moment ago, but it looks like Marlene Shimmer, you can't see it on your screen here, but she is right in front of us here in the booth, shaking things off, jogging around a little bit. It looks like she wants to check right back into this game, and it looks like she's going to. So how about that, Dom?
I'll tell you what, that is a weight off of a lot of the Lopes fans' chests, seeing her Lopes fans' chests, seeing her run back onto the field. Good to see that she's okay. Like we mentioned, a very powerful force in this GCU offense, so good to see that she's back in there, running around.
Yeah, it seemed like she just got nicked up on that collision course, I think, with Abby Donovan, of course, the premier athlete on NAU's side offensively, and I guess in the moment just got nicked up, was having a tough time walking off the field under her own power, so it wasn't looking good from up here. But again, just took some time, took a few plays off, was able to jog it out, able to shake it off in a sense, and now she's back in there. Hopefully, she's back nearly 100%. Hopefully she won't go down with any more lingering injuries throughout this point. Again, a vital point in this Lopes offense is Marlene Shimmer. Again, the ASU transfer, picked up 6 goals a season ago with the Sun Devils, also earned herself an all-WAC 12 third team honor.
Yeah, Marlene Shimmer, a very dominant force in that Lopes offense. Good to see her back in it. Lopes training staff, top of the line staff, would not have sent her back in if they did not believe that she was good to play. As she is right now on the sideline battling a defender. She gets tripped up and she's up again. So it looks like that injury gave her no issues in confidence whatsoever. She eagerly attacks the NAU offense. This one towards the sideline. GCU looking to clear it out. Hannah Edwards with it. She's going to kick that one back. Shimmer traps it. Giving it into the middle. On the sideline. And that was a good looking ball there. GCU trying to do something with it, but stopped. I'll tell you what, Shimmer delivered a good-looking ball there right up the sideline.
Yeah, Shimmer to Prokop was perfectly executed by the ASU transfer, trying to hook up with the 2019 WAC Freshman of the Year in Lindsay Prokop. She had the right idea, but once again, it was that NAU defense. It was a 3-on-1 attack there against the sophomore, so it wasn't quite the look that the Lopes offense needed. But again, back on defense here, you got to hold your ground and then re-strategize and set up something later down the road. Again, we're only 9 minutes into this game, Dom. A lot of soccer left to be played.
Absolutely, but I love the energy on both sides. GCU, even though they went down early, refused to take themselves out of this game. I hope they keep this energy, and that'll be what eventually wins them this game, coming down from this early 0-1 deficit. Danny Bobby's got it. More fancy footwork by her. Tried to give it to Shimmer, but that one picked away by NAU. Kayla McGee sent it back to Hayden. Hayden Wallace is going to come up again. Hayden Wallace doing a good job of trying to be vocal, direct that defense. There's Hannah Edwards again.
You know, Hannah Edwards entered the season just 1,400 minutes away from Passing former GCU defender Kelsey Smith as the GCU D1 era leader in minutes played. And of course, after logging 90 minutes in the season opener, Hannah Edwards is 6 minutes away from breaking into the top 5 and passing former teammate Madison Cox, who sits at 5,255 minutes played in her overall career as a Lope.
And I'll tell you what, those minutes are well earned by each and every one of them. Hannah Edwards proving to be one of the key pieces for this Lopes defense. Chris Sissel relying heavily on her this year. As once again, Shimmer in the middle is going to pass it back to Edwards as she clears that one up. Looks like she was looking for Cameron Larson. Cameron Larson, the midfield captain this year.
Yeah, you know, she's itching to step back into the dance for El Capitan in a sense, because Cameron Larson was attained by that Arizona defense on Thursday night. Like we mentioned, only 1 shot on goal, 2 shot attempts overall throughout the game in the home opener. So you know she's itching to get back into this one.
She's absolutely hungry.
And then, of course, you got to look out for Madison Montgomery and Paige Malling for NAU, the top 2 scorers from a season ago, as well as Abby Donovan, who we've already seen her wrath here so far today. 2 shots on goal. One of them was very successful against Hayden Wallace, so a very heavily packed offense for NAU.
And that heavily packed offense trying to put on some pressure on the Lopes defense. As they cross it in the middle, looking to set something up. That shot in the back of the net. It looks like it was off the hands of Hayden Wallace. Wallace had it right there, timed it just right, but not enough as that shot sunk in the back of the net for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, we saw that the other night with Hayden Wallace, timing it perfectly, just was not able to get to the ball, and we saw there once again hit off the top of her fingertips, it almost looked like, Dom, and went into the back of the net. But once again, NAU from way outside the box, able to find an opening, able to find that window and connect. It looks like that was Kayla Terhune with the score. It's going to be her first goal of the season. And just like that, Northern Arizona, very impressive offensively, have been able to create some opportunities for themselves against this Lopes defense without utilizing their 2 top scorers to this point.
Well, that's 2 goals in under 12 minutes for the Lumberjacks, something that is impressive by any means for any team. So they're putting a lot of pressure on this Lopes defense. Hayden Wallace looked like she really had a shot at that one, but like we said, just rolled off the top of her fingertips. NAU continuing to be dominant as they did right out of the gate. As that one looks like it's going to be out of bounds.
And like I was saying, that's exactly what happened the other night to Hayden Wallace, playing a tremendous defensive effort against the Wildcats in that first half. Again, it was with about 5 minutes left in that first half on Thursday when the Wildcats finally prevailed and tied the score at 1. Hayden Wallace timed it perfectly with the dive, just was unable to get her fingertips to it in time before it reached the back of the net. It looked like she did time it perfectly this time, but again, just was not able to haul it in off the top of her fingertips for another NAU score.
Yeah, and Terhune with a big boot out there from what looks like just beyond the box. So a good little knock there for Terhune as she buried it in the back of the net. As Hannah Edwards has it for the Lopes. Back defensive line looking to get something started. She's going to cross it to Perry Belzer. She's got it. Back to Shimmer. Shimmer. Intercepted by NAU, but Shimmer's trying to answer that. She kicks that one out of bounds. So NAU's going to throw it in. Brenna Alderson trying to make a difference there. But that was Hannah Edwards who was tripped up. Refs are going to let this one play. NAU continuing to try their attack. It's worked so far here early against the Lopes.
A good move there to get out of trouble for NAU. You know, they've done an excellent job controlling the ball to this point, and it's obviously paid off with the 2 scores, Dom. As you can tell, the Lopes is having a tough time. Nice dig there from Marlene Shibber, able to get it out of harm's way. But as you can see, the ball is mainly on Hayden Wallace's side. A lot of pressure being put on her, as once again, NAU deep in enemy lines once again. But again, the Lopes are going to have to do a decent job on this drive here offensively, trying to keep the ball on the other side, despite if they score or not, or regardless if they score or not. They've already allowed 2 scores defensively. We're only 14 and a half minutes into the first half. You are trying to keep the ball out of the hands of the white and blue, as it looks like they're on the charge once again.
Yeah, they got to flip the script like you mentioned, Jack. NAU has been deep in GCU's territory. GCU now needs to take it and answer back by getting deep into NAU's territory. Put some pressure on their defense. Make them work a little bit.
Here's Marlene Shimmer again. Let's see if you can test that leg.
Danny Bobby on the outside corner. Looking across. And that's Cameron Larson with the header, but stopped by Taryn Benham, the goalkeeper for NAU. So a good ball there by Benham picking that one up. But Cameron Larson really wanted that header.
Well, it's nice to see Cameron Larson get in on the action there with at least the shot attempt early on in this game. But yeah, that's the second attempt, Dom, allowed by Taryn Benham to this point. That's going to be her first save here at the 15-minute mark.
Danny Bobby continuing to impress us with the outside footwork, crossing it in the middle. She keeps getting good looks like that. Sooner or later, one of her teammates is going to put it in the back of the net. NAU looking to set something up here. Cross to the outside wing. That one out of bounds. So it's going to be a GCU throw-in, but I'll tell you what, Jack, I like what I'm seeing so far on NAU's side of the offense. Their spacing has been really well. Their passing has been predominantly pretty crisp, but on top of that, their communication with each other has been superb, and I think that's why they're up 2-0 early.
I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders to this point, Dom. And like I mentioned, Madison Montgomery and Paige Malling were the two coming into this game that you had to look out for offensively. Of course, Paige Malling coming up with the assist to Kayla Terhune moments ago for that second score. But Abby Donathan and Kayla Tuhern with the 2 scores to this point, both goals their first of the season against the Lopes. So again, down 2-0. They haven't utilized their 2 top scorers. It's going to be a tough hole for the Lopes to dig themselves out of, again, only at the 16.5-minute mark. So they're trying to get the ball on their side of the field, again, regardless if they're able to come away with a score or not, because, again, down by 2, this could get ugly real quick if they're not able to combat this offense.
GCU looking for some answers here, as that's to Remy Deutsch, the forward, who looks like she's just subbed into the game. Good to see her getting some minutes in.
Now, Remy Deutsch was doing an excellent job when she made her appearance on Thursday night, creating some opportunities offensively. Took 1 shot on goal as well, just wasn't able to square it up in a sense. Was far left or far right from the goalpost, as it was Heisey picking up 6 saves for Arizona on Thursday night. But here we go, Marlene Shimmer with the fancy footwork. You like to see that, and here comes that speed we were talking about, Dom. But again, 4-on-1 attack coming from NAU. No foul called, as you see Marlene Shimmer throwing her hands up in the air like, can I get something? Unable to get anything there. And once again, like we've been reiterating here in these first 17.5 minutes, NAU just doing a phenomenal job to this point, setting themselves up offensively, keeping the ball away from the Lopes defense.
And the Lopes defense now looking to set something up, as that looks like that was Tyler Ferguson who crossed that one out. Danny Bobby out on the wing, trying to put the gas on, crossed into the middle. That one just out of the reach of Cameron Larson, and just enough for the NAU defender to boot out of bounds. So it's going to be a Lopes throw-in, but Danny Bobby continuing to attack. She's really getting some good looks and getting deep into the enemy territory for the Lopes. And the Lopes trying to get something going here. They're going to kick it back to their defense. Bobby on the outside couldn't control that one. NAU's got it. Ball played to the middle of the field now. Remy Deutsch trying to get something done, making her presence known off the bench. Brenna Anderson NAU has it. NAU trying to make something happen here. So that one crossed to the middle of the field. And that looks like a good ball there for Danny Bobby, who is onside. She's going to have a good break there. She's going to take the shot, but that one denied right away by Taryn Benham. A good look there. That was Bobby versus Tenham all the way at the very end. And at the end, Tenham was able to get her hands up and capture that ball. But Danny Bobby putting the gas on. Good job of staying onside there and really came up with almost a goal for herself.
Yeah, good look, good pass as well down the field. And Danny Babb, like you said, had all the room to herself, and right in your face right there was Taryn Benham, and Taryn Benham taking the brunt of that attack, able to come away with her second save right outside her box, coming out of her comfort zone to get that one as she kicks that one back to midfield with Cameron Larson lurking. Again, trying to get something out of this Lopes offense, trying to spark a fire at this point, down by 2 at the 20-minute mark. But to your credit, Danny Babb with an excellent eye right there was just unable to answer the call.
Yeah, Danny Babb, she's one of those players, if she continues to make noise like that, eventually she's going to either find one of her teammates to put it in the back of the net, or she'll just do it herself. So, good to see her continuing to make some noise on the GCU offense. Maybe give them a little bit of life here as we're hitting the 21-minute mark coming up on it.
Yeah, Danny Babb was one of those surprising key factors a season ago. Everybody remembers her hat-trick performance against Chicago State. Of course, picking up her first goal during the pink out against Kansas City against Chris Sissel's squad from a season ago here at home. And like you mentioned, creating many opportunities in this one thus far, created a ton of opportunities against Arizona as well. It looks like she's trying to create another opportunity here, but again, a 2-on-1 attack from NAU. Just had to kick that one away.
Yeah, NAU looking to get something going here. They have they've been going since the very beginning. Let me correct myself there for a second. NAU hoping to start a brand new drive here as Taryn Benham is going to take that goal kick. She's going to send it to her offense, try to get something going, but GCU has it. That was Cameron Larson who kicked that one out of bounds. So the throw in, GCU has it. In the middle of the field, NAU's got the ball now. They're going to cross it to the side. NAU, not enough numbers, met by purple shirts there by GCU. It's going to be Michaela McGee on the outside. She's going to toss that there. Remy Deutsch trying to do something with it, but booted out of bounds once again by GCU. That one kicked out by J.C. Arenshad. NAU throws it in. Arenshad almost had that one. Michaela McGee back to Edwards. Edwards back to her goalkeeper.
And that one was perfectly defended by the Lopes, as you could see as NAU was inbounding. 4 Lopes defenders in the backfield just waiting for that one, waiting in prey, almost lying in wait in a sense, to get that ball back on offense. And again, NAU's defense on the other side with 4 defenders in the front here, trying to combat Remy Deutsch at the moment.
And Arenshad kicks that one out, but it looks like Benham's going to have it. She's going to handle it from the goalie box. J.C. Arenshad, the forward, would love to see her get something going here. She scored the first goal of the season for the Lopes against ASU, and so far the only goal. Or excuse me, against Arizona, not ASU.
Jumping ahead of yourself there,
I'm jumping
John.
ahead of myself. I'm going ahead
Thursday
of the schedule
night, February 11th, again, right here on GCU TV. They'll take on the Sun Devils in Tempe as well, Sunday the 14th, a week from today. So stay tuned for those games. Again, a heavily packed schedule for the women's soccer program this season as they look to return to WAC play. Of course, like we've mentioned, Chris Sissel's ruse from Kansas City a season ago, eliminating the Lopes in the first round of WAC play in Seattle.
As Bob sends that one right into the arms of Benham. So Danny Bob continuing to make some noise on the outside. GCU's got it. They're going to put a little pressure on the Lopes here. So they cross that one right into the middle. GCU, ooh, a good battle there. I believe that was Michaela McGee who got her leg out and stopped NAU from making any more damage or going farther into Lopes territory. So the Lopes are really trying to put the pressure on the defense. Trying to avoid any more goals in this first half. As it's going to be a corner kick for NAU.
And not the situation you want to be in if you're Hayden Wallace once again. Slowly dipping her toes in this season, like we mentioned, getting her first start on Thursday night against a formidable opponent. Another tough task here today thus far against a heavily touted offense. Getting another chance here offensively to try and go up by 3.
And GCU doing a good job of defending that ball there, trying to clear that one out. Get it to the other side of the field as Marlene Shimmer.
Here comes Marlene Shimmer. There's that speed we were talking about.
And that'll be a good game to see. You mentioned that ASU game. That's her former team. She transferred this year, as we've said, the Pac-12 veteran. Coming to give a little bit of experience here to this GCU team. As that's Michaela McGee is going to send that one. Looks like she was looking for J.C. Ehrenshad, but just not enough. Edwards, she's going to take it. That one intercepted by NAU, but GCU's got it right back. GCU, Cameron Larson fighting for it. NAU coach wanted a call. Looks like she's going to get it. So it looks like it is going to be free kick here for NAU.
Yeah, Sydney Dennis going to bring it back in for NAU. Sydney Dennis with a tremendous stop. Got to give credit to where credit's due, Dom. Marlene Shimmer on the attack, utilizing that speed like we've been mentioning throughout the show. And Sydney Dennis able to knock it out of bounds. Seemed like a harmless play, but if she doesn't get to Marlene Shimmer there, the Lopes could potentially be on the scoreboard. So a big defensive play from number 33, Sydney Dennis. As it looks like NAU called a timeout. The Lopes will now wait it out, but Marlene Shimmer, like we mentioned, we've seen a lot of her thus far this season. In just the first 2 games, we've got a few small doses of her thus far, but offensively, her speed is the number one thing you look at when trying to create opportunities, trying to create some separation on the offensive side for the Lopes offense. She actually picked up her first collegiate goal against Northern Arizona University. It happened on September 14th, 2018, as a freshman. Was the game winner in that game against NAU, and she was a member of the Arizona State Sun Devils. So trying to bring some of that luck this afternoon here in the first half for the Lopes. Again, still trying to get on the scoreboard with NAU once again knocking at the door, still chomping at the bit, putting the pressure on Hayden Wallace in this Lopes defense.
Remy Deutsch in a little bit of a scuffle there on the sideline. Looks like it's going to be against NAU. And Michaela McGee's going to take the kick. But yeah, Marlene Shimmer, so impressive early on. I had a chance to actually work the media day for this women's soccer team, and all her teammates had nothing but praise for her about how athletic she is, about how much she brings to this team, and she's really going to be a driving force in this offense for this upcoming season. This looks like it's going to be a GCU throw-in on the sideline as Deutsch gives it to McGee. McGee's throwing it in, finds Shimmer, but NAU all over her.
Nice job keeping that ball in play. Wow.
Impressive as GCU has it. But back to NAU. NAU once again, the Lumberjacks looking to threaten. And NAU has it down the sideline, taking it into the middle. But that looks like that was Hannah Edwards wrapped up with an NAU player. I believe that was Sam Larberg for NAU. So Sam Larberg and Hannah Edwards getting into it a little bit here, as that's going to be a free kick now for NAU, trying to capitalize on that Hannah Edwards foul.
Yeah, Kayla Turin, we saw her just a short while ago picking up that second score for NAU. Looks like she's going to get another opportunity here to get it past some Lope defenders. It looks like they're going the 3-1-3. It looks like that one's going to be close, but no cigar. Way over the net there for Hayden Wallace. Really nothing she could do about that one. Just turn and watch as she'll have herself a free kick here once again.
And I take it back. I believe they gave the foul to Michaela McGee, but Hannah Edwards is going to jog off, take a quick breath, as she is replaced, as GCU has the ball now. NAU looking for something here, as that one is in the box but cleared out. And once again, NAU had it, but Remy Deutsch, kicks that one out, trying to put a little stop to this NAU momentum we've been seeing. Cameron Larson, no. NAU looking to do something here. That one rolls out of bounds, going to be a throw in for NAU. So the Lopes still with the ball on their side of the field, trying to move it into enemy territory. NAU down the sideline, out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in. Looks like it's going to be Michaela McGee who throws this one in. To Larson. Larson. This one back on GCU side. GCU trying to make something happen here, but intercepted by NAU. Anna Whitaker. She came in not too long ago for Hannah Edwards. So NAU's going to throw this one in. So we're about 31 and a half through this first half of play. GCU trying to make something happen. That one down the sideline. And a whole lot of purple shirts on that one, off the chest of Hayden Wallace. Hayden Wallace going to give her defense and offense time to set up.
You know, the one thing I've noticed to this point, Dom, whenever NAU is able to get an opportunity offensively, and they've had their fair share to this point, they're able to get right back on defense after they take their shot. Again, I think it was Riley Coran there moments ago, inbounding, able to take her shot, but then right in the blink of an eye, NAU right back on defense with the 4-2-4 in the backfield, anticipating the Lopes' offensive drive. And that's why, to this point, the Lopes have not been able to create any opportunities on the offensive side in NAU territory.
Yeah, the Lopes really struggling to get something going. Obviously, they've had some good looks. Danny Babb has had some good opportunities off to the side. We'd like to see Marlene Shimmer, Cameron Larson get something going. But yeah, you're absolutely right. As soon as NAU takes their shot, they are right back on defense. GCU doesn't really even have time to set up. They are immediately met with a bunch of white shirts, and that's the reason that NAU is up 2-0 so far. As NAU continuing to put pressure on this Lopes defense. That one in the middle. Lopes trying to clear it out. Remy Deutsch has it. Michaela McGee not able to do anything with it. That one rolls out of bounds. Going to be an NAU throw-in. So NAU going to toss this one in. Michaela McGee working on that one. Gives it back to the Lopes. Perry Bowser's got it. She's going to cross that one to the center. There's Shimmer. Shimmer looking for Bab. Bab trying to put the wheels on, but NAU beat her to the ball. This one in the middle. NAU threatening once more. Looks like it's Kylie Kapuska for NAU. That one is sent over the head and over the net of Hayden Wallace.
Now weighing in for the Lumberjacks, number 19, Victoria Pucci.
Get the best gear to show off your Lopes pride. Go to lopesshop.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV20 today only to get 20% off. You heard that right. 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Log on, get your gear today. Go ahead and sign on. Maybe get yourself some GCU women's soccer gear. Of course, as we've said on all of our broadcasts, we've got 8 sports going on this year, this semester, in this historic time. So what better way than to gear up with your favorite Lopes merchandise? Tune into the games, come out to the games. Happy to have you here in Lope Country. So NAU's going to throw this one in.
Yeah, we've got a healthy amount of fans here sitting in the bleachers. No, we actually have a few fans, 3 fans in the Havoc section this afternoon. That's a first this season here at the GCU Soccer Stadium, but a healthy amount of fans. And, of course, socially distanced. We do want to make sure that that's out there. Everybody wearing their masks. Hopefully everybody on campus continuing to wear their masks.
Absolutely. As always, I continue to just be impressed with how GCU has handled the COVID protocol, allowing students to come back on campus safe and socially distanced, allowing athletics to pick up again. Excuse me, I am just very happy to see how GCU has handled all this very professionally and really quite perfectly in my experience. So NAU's going to throw this one in GCU's territory. Good toss there, but out of bounds. So GCU's defense getting a lot of work today.
Yeah, if there's one thing you can take away from this first half, Dom, it's the fact that NAU has created a ton of opportunities. They have controlled the ball offensively, and they're getting quite comfortable, as you can notice. As GCU, again, they've had a few breakaways. Of course, Marlene Shimmer and Danny Babb, like we've mentioned, creating some opportunities offensively. But for the most part, NAU has been in control of the ball on the Lopes side, really putting the pressure on Hayden Wallace, as we've seen all afternoon to this point, really giving the Lopes offense no real chance to connect offensively.
Brenna Anderson's going to sub out for GCU. Going to be replaced by Noah Johnson, midfielder. Good to see Johnson getting some minutes in. That was Anna Whitaker trying to stop that one for GCU with her head. JC Irishad to Shimmer. Shimmer trying to make something happen, looking for Deutsch.
Yeah, he better call that one. Referee getting in the way of that one at midfield. Almost looked like he was going to let that one go.
Yeah, I thought he was going to let that one go too, but I'm glad he called that one, because I thought that Shimmer would have found Deutsch off to the side had the ref not gotten there. So Hayden Wallace going to start something here. She has Whitaker and Balzer to her side. Whitaker has it. McGee to her side, but that one's right up to Deutsch. Deutsch on the sideline, battling with NAU. She was met with 2 white jerseys there. McGee's going to throw that one in. Noah Johnson has it. First early touches of the game for her. Shimmer missed that one. but she's back up on it. And that one's going to go in favor of NAU. Just a little bit too much of hands there, I believe. Might call that one on Shimmer or Cameron Larson. Benham for NAU sends that one deep into GCU's territory. That's Paige Malling. We mentioned her early in the game. Someone to look out for NAU. Shimmer's got it. Bicycle kick. Looking for Larson. Larson just missed that header there. But a good kick there. Good ball by Marlene Shimmer. Continues to impress us with her athleticism every play. Okay, she's got it here. Good trap. She's going to send it back. Anna Whitaker's got it. Whitaker. She's got McGee on her sideline. Sends that one up to Larson. Larson fighting for it. Traps it. That one over to J.C. Ehrenschad. Off the back of Ehrenschad. Ehrenschad, we mentioned, with the only goal so far of this early season against U of A. Hayden Wallace has it. And we've hit the 40-minute mark here in this first half, so about 5 minutes left to play. Let's see if GCU can finish out this half strong as McGee crosses it into the middle. Shimmer's got it. Shimmer looking for Cameron Larson. Cameron Larson back to Remy Deutsch, who was right there on her side. Possibly could have been a good look there, but Remy Deutsch just kind of hooked around and missed it.
Yeah, this Lopes offense just is not in sync right now, Dom, and that was a prime example of it. Remy Deutsch on the outside was able to come around. Cameron Larson did not get the memo. Looking for her on the outside, kicks that one right out of bounds.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there. I would have loved to see that one play out had they been able to be on the same page, but you're right. GCU offense in this first half, unfortunately, just not on the same page, not clicking the way they'd like to, as Cameron Larson's going to take a seat for the rest of this half. It looks like Sydney Torres, number 28, the forward, is going to come in for Larson. And Torres has it here. Torres trying to make something happen. Back to Deutsch. Deutsch back to McGee. McGee taking a shot there, but right in the hands of Taryn Benham.
It really didn't have to make Taryn Benham think right there. Hoping for the best. It was the right idea there for McGee. Found an open shot and took it. Was right on the money, but again, not really making Taryn Benham guess. Picking up her third save of the afternoon.
And Noah Johnson's got it. McGee's going to kick that one off the sideline. But McGee getting a little aggressive here, taking those shots. At this point, GCU looking for some answers, trying to get things clicking here. This Torres has it. Torres back to Shimmer. Shimmer on the sideline. She's met with two NAU jerseys. NAU now looking to put some pressure here. Nobody behind her, as that was Sam Larberg trying to make a little move there, similar to what Cameron Larson just did, but she had nobody in her area. As GCU fighting for the ball here. Up the sideline, Michaela McGee, no. Anna Whitaker trying to do something here. Shimmer. Danny Babb puts the brakes on. And that one is going to go against NAU. Looks like there was just a little bit of pushing here. Ref did not like that one. GCU taking this one. Ehrenschad looking to do something with it here. She's in the middle. She's going to cross it on over. Noah Johnson's got it. Johnson, some good footwork there. She's got options as she gives that one away. GCU just continuing to not be as in sync as they would like to be. NAU putting more pressure on. That one is kicked out by GCU. We're at the 43.5-minute mark here in this first quarter. Or first half, excuse me. GCU throwing it in. Looks like Earnshad's got it. She's going to give it to Torres. Torres back. And this one going to go back to GCU's defense as they try to give the offense time to set up. Anna Whitaker.
There is 1 minute remaining in the half. 1 minute.
Back to the side. Bowser back to Whitaker. Whitaker, she's going to kick that one up. And head it out. Going to be a GCU throw in here. Michaela McGee's going to give the toss. And she's going to give it to Torres. Torres off the body, trying to trap that one. Going forward with it. Remy Deutsch unable to handle that one as that's out of bounds. But it was off NAU, so GCU's going to throw it in. Michaela McGee back to Shimmer. Shimmer working against this NAU defense. Torres trying to make something happen, but she's got white jerseys all around her. And there it was, as the goalie's got it. Taryn Benham's going to take this kick here. And as we conclude this first half, Jack, so far the score really reflects the play. 2-0, 2-0 in favor of the NAU Lumberjacks. NAU has been all over the ball. They've been pressuring this entire first half. GCU in this next half really needs something to get going for them on offense. They're just not communicating well. They're not in sync at all.
Well, it's been a Lumberjack attack, like you mentioned. Right out of the get-go, 3 minutes and 6 seconds in, it was Abby Donathan getting the assist from Paige Malling, able to connect against Hayden Wallace, and it was just 8 minutes later at the 11.5-minute mark when, once again, Paige Malling set up the assist for Kayla Terhune, who picked up her first goal of the season. You know, Dom, as impressive as this first half has been for the NAU Lumberjacks, it's even more impressive knowing that this is their first game. This is their opener here on the road against the Lopes in the heart of Phoenix. So the one thing you could take away if you're Coach Sissel's staff going into this second half is you got to control the ball on offense more. They, again, like we mentioned, did not look in sync. There were a couple of passes there that did not look too good from both Marlene Shimmer and Cameron Larson there in the final moments. You got to create separation. I think Marlene Shimmer has done a tremendous job of that here in these first 3 halves of play that we've seen her in. You know, going back to Thursday against the Arizona Wildcats, but you got to, again, separate yourself offensively and get back on defense. That's another big thing that Northern Arizona has done well to this point, combating that Lopes offense as soon as they are done getting on the offensive attack.
Well, it has been all NAU Lumberjacks in this first half. They're up 2-0. Don't go anywhere. We've got more women's soccer for you right here at GCU Stadium. Stay tuned on GCU TV.
The Sanderson Ford Promise. We promise, we deliver. Now during our 65th anniversary sale, we promise the best buying experience, the biggest inventory, and the lowest prices.
Take $9,000 off all new F-150 Super Crew trucks. Purchase new Escapes for only $23,900 or new Ranger trucks for only $27,900.
And on top of these offers, get a 65-inch TV with the purchase of any new Ford. Sanderson Ford, keeping promises for over 65 years.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt, the all-time favorite, with 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2, and 2 became mine. Just a bite, huh? Good thing she's your other all-time favorite. Good thing there's the patty melt at Whataburger.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'. Ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin'.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
At Tire Pros, we know your time is valuable.
And spending time with family and friends is what really matters.
Our customers are the core of our business.
That's why we make buying tires and auto service hassle-free.
Our certified technicians will keep your car running smoothly.
So you can spend your time the way that you want.
Find a convenient location near you at TireProsOfArizona.com.
Hassle-free guaranteed.
And welcome back on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, Soccer Sunday here inside GCU Soccer Stadium. Again, in case you forgot, I'm Dominic Hitton alongside Jack O'Hara, and we're here to bring you some first half stats. First half, obviously, not looking too pretty for GCU. 0 goals, 4 total shots, 3 shots on goals, 1 offside, and 3 total fouls. And that's matched by 2 goals for NAU off 7 shots, 2 shots on goals, with 3 saves and 5 fouls. But the big one right there, if you take a look, 3 saves against GCU's 1. So defense doing something well, goalkeeper doing something well for NAU.
And it's not like the Lopes haven't had their opportunities. Again, Danny Babb, Michaela McGee, and Cameron Larson, each with a shot on goal to this point. They just haven't been able to connect. As you could see it here on the halftime stats presented by Copper State Credit Union. It's been about the total shots to this point, 7 attempts offensively for NAU. The Lumberjacks have been in control of the ball for about 90% of the time throughout that first half, resulting in the first 2 scores because Taryn Benham, the goalkeeper for these Lumberjacks, has not seen a ton of action despite, of course, those 3 shot on goals from the Lopes, resulting in her 3 saves to this point. So again, those are your halftime stats presented by Copper State Credit Union. Should be an interesting second half. Again, the Lopes only down by 2, have 45 minutes to make an impact.
Absolutely, and the Lopes definitely have the tools in the toolbox to be able to come back in this second half. They're not down by much, simply 2 goals. They just need to get something going on offense, get something clicking, and continue to maintain their stance on defense, continue to be a wall. But do not go anywhere, because we're going to have more of that for you right here on GCU TV. Soccer Sunday, right here on GCU TV.
When you washed it?
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. We want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Is it possible to cook up the barbecue bacon burger at home? Well, that depends. Does your home have fresh chopped onions, pickles, smoked cheddar, Monterey Jack, bacon, tangy barbecue sauce, and orange and white stripes with the word Whataburger emblazoned on the front of it? If so, then absolutely. Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
The Sanderson Ford promise. We promise, we deliver. Now during our 65th anniversary sale, we promise the best buying experience, the biggest inventory, and the lowest prices.
Take $9,000 off all new F-150 Super Crew trucks. Purchase new Escapes for only $23,900 or new Ranger trucks for only $27,900.
And on top of these offers, get a 65-inch TV with the purchase of any new Ford. Sanderson Ford, keeping promises for over 65 years.
Play outside. Play inside. Play in style all summer long. Talking Stick Resort's summer playcation starting at $99 a night with discounts on cabanas and dining. Also, take advantage of great deals at Topgolf, Talking Stick Resort Golf Club, iFly, Octane Raceway, Medieval Times, and much more. Summer playcation at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
From reimagining the way you work, to reassessing what you need. You've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
And welcome back here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon inside GCU Soccer Stadium. Time to look at the BSN Sports upcoming schedule.
Of course.
Presented as always by BSN Sports.
Yeah, women's volleyball taking on Dixie State February 8th and February 9th here at the GCU Arena. Women's soccer, like we mentioned, they're taking on the Sun Devils. It's ASU versus GCU. February 11th, they'll be in Tempe on February 14th. Of course, you can catch the ASU one on GCU TV this Thursday night. Of course, softball is back. Oh, yes, the girls are back in town this Thursday, taking on Utah, February 11th, Thursday at 6 p.m. You can catch that one on GCU TV. Baseball back in action 2 weekends from now, of course, taking on Missouri in a 4-game set. We'll also take on Oklahoma State as well. A lot going on, a lot going to be happening, coming in hot for the Lopes and GCU athletics.
Yeah, a whole lot of sports, Jack, as this semester, as we mentioned, a historic one. 8 current sports going on campus here this semester. Of course, as always, socially distanced, following COVID protocols. But you can catch almost all of those home games right here on GCU TV. So if you're looking to stay socially distant and be at home, you can listen to our voices and tune in to watch all of those games here on GCU TV.
And luckily, we've had men's and women's basketball to fall back on over these past few months, almost starting on time. They started about 3 weeks later than previously scheduled due to the COVID-19 global pandemic that we've had over the past year. It's been almost a year, Dom, since all of that went down. And, of course, the new eras of Bryce Drew and Molly Miller really heating up here in the heart of the Valley of the Sun. We saw the Lopes take on the Vaqueros yesterday on Fox 10 Extra with our A-team and Barry Butel and the 3-time NBA champ Scott Williams on the call. Really putting a beating on the Vaqueros yesterday to improve their overall home and WAC record. A ton of excitement on the women's basketball side and not too shabby of a start on the men's side either. And we should expect to see more of the same as softball and baseball kick up in the following weeks. Volleyball, of course, getting a few exhibition matchups underway on GCU TV a few weeks back. They'll be back in action Monday and Tuesday against Dixie State, like we mentioned. So a lot on the up and up thus far, Dom. To this point, there's a lot to be excited about.
Absolutely. If you're a Lopes fan, you got nothing but excitement in you right now. And especially today, you mentioned the women's basketball team playing. They beat UTRGV earlier today, 83-73. So Molly Miller continuing her impressive run, improving the record, 13-3 overall. They're 5-1 in the WAC. So both basketball teams really proven that this new era that's being ushered in by these head coaches is really a positive one. They're changing the environment, they're changing the atmosphere, and I think the schedule and the wins are starting to reflect that.
Yeah, men's basketball defeating New Mexico State twice, not once, but twice this year. First time they've been able to accomplish that feat in quite some time. As, of course, they've been able to do a lot of great things, almost knocking off ASU back in December. A lot of exciting stuff heading your way here on Lope Country.
Yeah, absolutely. The boys are obviously making that historic run this season, but don't go anywhere because we want to see this historic season that GCU Soccer has in store. We're going to bring the second half to you right here on GCU TV. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Play outside. Play inside. Play in style all summer long. Talking Stick Resort's summer playcation starting at $99 a night, with discounts on cabanas and dining. Also, take advantage of great deals at Topgolf, Talking Stick Resort Golf Club, iFly, Octane Raceway, Medieval Times, and much more. Summer playcation at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
At Tire Pros, we know your time is valuable.
And spending time with family and friends is what really matters.
Our customers are the core of our business.
That's why we make buying tires and auto service hassle-free.
Our certified technicians will keep your car running smoothly.
So you can spend your time the way that you want.
Find a convenient location near you at TireProsOfArizona.com.
Hassle-free guaranteed.
And welcome back inside GCU Soccer Stadium, the Valley of the Sun on GCU's campus right here in Phoenix, Arizona. Beautiful Sunday afternoon as the NAU Lumberjacks are taking on the GCU Antelopes. NAU going up with a 2-0 lead in the first half. GCU looking to answer back here in the second half. Those of you watching at home, they're going to be tuning into the Super Bowl pretty soon. Thank you so much that have been watching us and rocking with us on this Super Bowl Sunday. But it's a Super Soccer Sunday nonetheless, as GCU starting off this new week.
An Arizona affair between the Lumberjacks and the Lopes. You got the Bucks and the Chiefs later on. Super Bowl 55 from Tampa Bay, Florida. Tom Brady stepping back in the dance against the young Patrick Mahomes, the phenom of the NFL. But yeah, if you missed the first half, it was all Lumberjacks offensively within the first 10 minutes. Again, it was Abby Donathan at the 3-minute mark picking up a goal assisted by Paige Malling against Hayden Wallace and the Lopes to put them up 1-0 right off the bat. Had 3 attempts on goal within those first 3 minutes, really coming in hot offensively. And then, of course, Kayla Terhune getting the assist from Paige Malling at the 11.5-minute mark to put Northern Arizona up by 2, and that remains your score heading into this second half of play. It's NAU 2 and the GCU Lopes 0 to this point, and it's because the Lopes, again, we've been saying it throughout the broadcast, they have not been able to get the ball in enemy territory enough times to create, not only a sense of urgency for NAU, but enough opportunities for themselves to able to get it past the net. As like we've said to this point, it's been Taryn Benham with the 3 saves, has not really seen much action despite those 3 saves to this point.
Yeah, and her job's been easy so far, but I'll tell you what, Danny Bob, Marlene Shimmer, Cameron Larson, and Remy Deutsch have all gotten some really good looks. They've been able to get into enemy territory, but have not been able to capitalize, just met immediately with a bunch of white jerseys from the Lumberjacks. So hopefully they can get on the same page this half and really capitalize and come back and really start this week off with a win for the Lopes. As the Lopes are going to take this one right away. Run on the outside, that one back. Lopes trying to get something going here early in this second half. As Whitaker's fighting for that one cleared out. GCU wanted to make something happen here. That one out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for NAU.
I was going to say, it looked like Abby Donathan doing a nice job trying to keep that one in play. It looked like it went out, and it did. But as you notice, nothing but white in the backfield for these NAU Lumberjacks again on the attack offensively, but right after they take their shot, they're right back on the defensive side trying to combat this Lopes offense.
And the Lopes, looks like they're going to have a free kick here. Or excuse me, the Lumberjacks looks like they're going to have a free kick here. Lopes trying to set up their defense to combat this one. Was a foul on Anna Whitaker. That led up to this free kick as that one is up. Looks like that's Torres there, trying to make something happen here. So Sydney Torres staying in that front forward position. She heads that one away. Danny Bab, excuse me, trying to make something happen. Torres through the legs. That one is cleared out by NAU off to the sideline. Going to be a throw-in for GCU. Perry Belzer is going to toss this one in.
Perry Belzer, another veteran on this offensive side for the Lopes, made her impact felt on Thursday against Arizona as well, creating some plays offensively, really trying to, again, sink her teeth into this offense, trying to sink her teeth into what this offense has to offer this season. There's a lot of weapons, Dom. They just haven't been able to utilize them to this point.
Yeah, she was looking for Noah Johnson on that one, but intercepted by NAU. Johnson fighting there, fighting for that ball.
And once again, you already see 4 defenders in the backfield for NAU, nothing but white and blue, as Marlene Shimmer's going to have to outlast this 3-on-1 attack.
Marlene Shimmer looking to do some fancy footwork there. She gets it past a couple defenders. That one off her foot and just a little bit too wide. Some good work there. It was a little 3-on-1 situation. She looks like she went with the opposite foot trying to sink that one in, but just a little bit too wide on that shot. But a good look from Marlene Shimmer.
Well, it's nice to see the Lopes putting some pressure on Taryn Benham, really having to go out of her way for the save attempt there. Again, a little too far to her right, as she didn't really have to go out of her way too much there with the dive. But again, Marlene Shimmer with the fancy footwork. It looked like she was dead to rights there on that 3-on-1 attack from the Lumberjack defense, was able to utilize that footwork, create an opportunity for herself, and she took a shot. It was just, again, a little too far to her right.
JC Earnshed intercepted that one. Danny Babb fighting for it. Babb's got it. Back to Earnshed. Earnshed trying to make something happen here. Torres has it. Shimmer tripped up. And good to see her popping up. Shimmer went down early in this game within the first couple minutes, but was immediately subbed back in after hobbling off the field. So good to see that little early injury did not stop her from playing this game and has not taken away her confidence. She kicks that one over to Perry Belzer. Belzer trying to do something here. She's got 3 jerseys on her. That one looks like it's kicked out of bounds by Belzer. It's going to be an NAU throw-in here.
Yeah, very impressive showing for number 27, Marlene Shimmer, to this point. You know, she got roughed up earlier in the game. It wasn't looking too good, was barely able to hobble off on her own power, but she missed about, 30 seconds? Still accredited for all 50 minutes that we've played to this point. A very impressive showing offensively for the Lopes transfer.
Whitaker trying to clear that one out. Looks like she's found McGee. McGee back to Whitaker. Whitaker right back to Hayden Wallace. Hayden Wallace going to let some things get set, let it breathe for a second. Hayden Wallace. Right up to Belzer. Belzer's got it. She's got Torres in front of her. Bob to her side. Babs on her side. Looks like she is onside. She's going to cross that one in the middle, but nobody is there.
Yeah, that looked like the right idea. Perry Belzer with just a little too strong of a pass. Again, putting a little too much on that pass to Danny Babb, and Babb really having to go out of her way to find Marlene Shimmer in the midfield and just wasn't able to connect. Again, NAU right on top of it. They saw what the Lopes were able to do before they even saw it. So once again, NAU's defense on top of the Lopes. But again, Lopes deep in enemy lines. Marlene Shimmer trying to make something happen with that right foot again.
And that was a foul on Sydney Dennis for NAU. Marlene Shimmer's going to take this kick here. As looks like a little bit of a miscommunication there on the Lopes offensive side. And we got a push in the back there. And I believe that they're going to call that one on Noah Johnson. Or excuse me, that's a foul on Maddie Schaefer. So, Taryn Benham's going to kick this one out. GCU trying to make something happen here. Looking for a spark. Noah Johnson fighting for it. That one's in the middle. And there's Remy Deutsch. Remy Deutsch has it. She's going up. She finds Shimmer. Shimmer has it on the sideline. She crosses to the middle. Torres trying to trap it and do something with it here. Puts it behind her, but NAU has it immediately. And it looks like it's going to be an offsides call on GCU. Or excuse me, a foul on Noah Johnson.
And regardless there, Sydney Torres just in a swarm of NAU jerseys, 4-on-1 attack there in the box. Sydney Torres is a scrappy player, making big headways during these first few scrimmages, picking up some scores against not only her teammates back in October, but a few scores against Benedictine as well over the last several weeks. She's definitely someone to look out for on Chris Sissel's bench, but again, right there for the taking is Taryn Benham, really not having too many things to work with despite that one shot on goal from Marlene Shimmer moments ago.
And that was JC Earnshad for the Lopes taking that shot there. Earnshad, obviously, as we've said earlier in the game, has the only goal so far in the Lopes early season against U of A. GCU could use a spark here. As this one's down the sideline, NAU looks like it's kicked out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for GCU. GCU's got it. And looks like it's Whitaker. Whitaker has it. Anna Whitaker back to Hayden Wallace. Hayden Wallace back to Whitaker. This one in the middle for GCU. Noah Johnson fighting for it. NAU looking to get something started here. Good spacing on NAU's part. And that looks like that's going to be a foul and a kick for NAU. So NAU's going to take this kick as their offense comes set. And this one is up. GCU headed away, cleared out, but NAU's got it, a little chipped up right into the middle. Hayden Wallace going to come out, easily grab this one. Let our offense come set. Skied right in the middle of the field. Torres couldn't grab that one. And that looks like that's Johnson chasing that one down. And McGee off the back of the head of Remy Deutsch. So that one out of bounds. But GCU throw in. We've got a whole team of substitutions coming on. It's like Cameron Larson's coming back on for Torres. Get a spark. Anything going right now to get their offense clicking. Take the pressure off their defense a little bit. This one's going to be an NAU throw-in. The toss. McGee has it on the sideline. That one kicked. But right back to NAU as GCU intercepts it again. Shimmer in the middle, taken away from her. Here's NAU. NAU could not save that one. Looks like it's going to be a GCU throw-in. Tosses in. Shimmer's got it. She traps it, kicks it back. That's Perry Belzer kicking that one out. And that one out of bounds.
Well, we've already seen it about 12 minutes into this half, Dom. The Lopes doing a much better job, being way more efficient on offense, being a lot more consistent as well, putting the ball in NAU's territory. NAU, of course, as scrappy as their offense was in the first half, really having nothing to show for it so far here in these first 12 minutes. It's just about the Lopes connecting at this point. Danny Babb right there setting it up once again offensively at midfield for the Lopes, but you could see them creating some separation, getting past these defenders, doing their homework at halftime. Just about getting in the box once again. We saw Marlene Shimmer take a shot moments ago. And once again, right there, Cameron Larson deep in the box in enemy lines, but nothing but NAU jerseys once again.
And Shimmer tripped up there. Looks like that's going to be a foul against NAU, and GCU will have the kick. So GCU setting up here as NAU builds the wall. Looks like it's going to be Shimmer to take this one kick. And if not Shimmer, then Irnshad. As that one is over the goal. A good ball there, but just a tad bit too high.
Yeah, Taryn Benham probably had a better eye than us. She didn't flinch at that one. As that one, again, skimmed over the goalpost, it looked like.
Riley Mitchell checking back in for NAU. Paige Malling's going to have a seat. Benham kicks that one out. GCU looking for answers here as Whitaker's got it. Going to go back to Aiden Wallace. Aiden Wallace back to Whitaker.
Well, again, back to controlling the ball consistently, Dom. It's nice to see the Lopes in total control at the moment offensively, not really allowing the Lumberjacks' top scorers again to shine so far here in these first 13 minutes or so. But again, you got to be able to connect down by 2. You don't have a lot of time. Again, closing in on about a half hour here for the Lopes to get 2 scoring at a time. And the way this one has gone so far in the first 59 minutes, it's been very hard for a score to come across. So the Lopes, again, have to move at a fast-paced offense right now if they want to get anything going.
Yeah, you mentioned the Lopes really just early on in the second half, are just trying to find ways to click together. Seen a couple different substitutions. Looks like the coaching staff is trying to figure out the best way to get them to gel and communicate, get good spacing out there on the field. As looks like that's Shimmer once again. Shimmer. Oh, right off the leg. And a big boot by Shimmer off the shin of an NAU defender. NAU's going to have it here. They're looking to attack. NAU taking it right in the middle. That one crossed. That one taken away by GCU. Good defense there by GCU. Babb trying to set that one up. Looks like she was looking for Cameron Larson, but that one just out of bounds.
Yeah, first real offensive scare from the Lumberjacks so far in this half. It looked like that was Kylie Kabutska looking for her first score of the night.
And looks like it's going to be a foul there, middle of the field.
The Lopes defense anticipating some of these offensive actions thus far from the Lumberjacks, something we really didn't see in that first half, Dom, so they're utilizing it well to this point as NAU's offense once again sets up for an offensive drive here.
Well, the anticipation, Jack, comes from going in at break at that halftime and really just, doing their homework and breaking down everything that they saw in the first half from this NAU offense. So we'll see a little bit more anticipation as we already have seen here. GCU trying to stay aggressive in this game as Babb heads that one. Larson's got it. Larson in the middle of the field. Right back to Irnshad. Irnshad Trying to do something with it here. She's got it once more. She kicks it out. Michaela McGee's got it on the side. Michaela McGee waiting for something to happen. Looking for more purple shirts to assist her. McGee fighting for that one. And that one's out of bounds. Going to be an NAU throw-in. And the toss. McGee's got it once more. Tries to clear that one out. As I believe that's Noah Johnson making a good move. Back to Shimmer. Shimmer's got it. And she wants a foul. Oh, excuse me. They're going to call her offside. She's trying to say that she was onside. I don't know if she really agreed with that call there. But nonetheless, they're going to call that one offsides, and it's going to be a goal kick here for the Lumberjacks. So Benham sets him up, kicks it off. McGee missed that header there. That one in the middle, intercepted by NAU. NAU not able to do much there, as that one's going to go in favor of GCU. They're going to call a foul on NAU.
A lot more fouls so far in this second half as well. We've seen it hurt both sides to this point. And you can't really blame Marlene Shimmer on the offensive side's call moments ago, trying to create that breakthrough moment for the Lopes offense. Again, trying to create that spark. Just went above and beyond her lines.
Absolutely, and one that you really thought that she could have had that one, but she was not happy with the call. Nonetheless, the ref giving her the offsides flag. As this one's going to be taken by the Lopes, but intercepted and taken away by NAU. Cameron Larson attacking there, trying to make something happen. Trying to get in the face of Benham. Perry Belzer. Lindsey Prokoff. Trying to make something happen here. Prokoff in the middle. Looking for either Shimmer or Larson, but couldn't find either of them. Belzer off the head. Off NAU. That one kicked out. Looks like that was Tyler Ferguson. Brenna Alderson getting her foot on that one. Belzer throws it in. Alderson has it. Kicked back. Whitaker. Whitaker to McGee. McGee lets that one go out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be an NAU throw-in.
Now entering the game for the Lumberjacks, number 31, Giselle Mata.
The sun high in the sky, giving us a little bit of a shadow down there on the field. As always, beautiful weather here in the Valley of the Sun in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, creeping up to 4 o'clock, that midday shadow, like you mentioned, starting to creep up. Shouldn't affect the Lopes to this point, nor the Lumberjacks again. Mainly here on the sideline for both benches to be covered by the shade on this hot day.
That one out of bounds. There was Perry Belzer on that one. Belzer's going to toss this one in. Belzer looking for Lindsey Brokoff. Brokoff off her head. NAU once again in GCU's territory, trying to make something happen here, trying to capitalize on their lead and add another goal to make it 3-0. Let's see if Marlene Shimmer has anything to say about that as she takes the ball away from NAU.
Perfect time to utilize some of that speed, Dom.
Danny Babb. Danny Babb has it in the middle. She's got Prokoff on the sideline. Prokoff taking it down. Taking her time, trying to get something set right in the middle, looking for Cameron Larson. Larson was not there. Ernstad's trying to make something happen here, but taken away by NAU. So GCU, a good look there, but just could not capitalize. Again, a little bit of a miscommunication there as Prokop was looking for Cameron Larson in the middle of the field. Shimmer's got it. Shimmer with the back foot stands her ground. Brenna Alderson right to the middle. Back to Whitaker. Whitaker to McGee. McGee to Whitaker. Brenna Alderson has it now. Trying to get something going here for the Lopes in the middle of the field. As she's looking for Bab, but that one away from her. Ooh. And Bab really contested that one going after it. She was tripped up by Taryn Benham, who really didn't even want to give that a chance. She went straight out of the goal and attacked that one. Kind of tripped up Bab for a second. Tyler Ferguson to Whitaker. Back to Alderson. Earnshed. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson across the field finds McGee. McGee trapping it, looking for Whitaker. Whitaker right back up to Cameron Larson. Cameron Larson unable to find her fellow Lopes, but trapped in by Belzer. Larson finds Earnshed. She was looking for Prokop right there. Whitaker. McGee contesting that one there. Bab's got it. Bab down the sideline looking to put the Jets on, but she was stopped immediately by NAU. Here's Shimmer. Shimmer calling out the names of her teammates, trying to get something going, looking for help here. Shimmer taking it to the middle, but she is immediately stopped by NAU. Cameron Larson tried to rebound that one. Earnshed, here we go with a shot. That one off target and a little bit soft.
It didn't look like she got all of that one. JC Earnshed trying to compete for the first 2 scores of the season for this Lopes offense. And, of course, Marlene Shimmer trying to create something right there as well. Looked like she, once again, was kind of caught in that same jam we saw her earlier on in that first half when she had to be taken off the field for at least 30 seconds or so. Seems to be okay on this play. But once again, the Lopes creating way more opportunities for themselves offensively than they did in the first half. It's just NAU's defense is right there for the taking, right there for the attack again, not allowing the Lopes to even get a sense, almost a sniff of Taryn Benham to this point on the offensive side.
Yeah, GCU right now trying to get something going. They found a little bit of a spark and a little bit of momentum so far on this offense, but trying to see if they can capitalize on it as Larson pumps into an NAU defender, and they're going to call that against her. And we're hitting the 70th minute mark here in this matchup. So with 20 left to play, and NAU up 2-0, it's up to GCU to really hold their end of the bargain on defense, but also really step up here on offense.
Well, all the Lopes got to do is do what they've done in these first 25 minutes of the second half, Dom. They got to keep the ball on their side of the field as NAU, again, we're at that point, crunch time. NAU, all they got to do when they get the offensive possession is kind of milk that clock in a sense, isolate the time, because, again, you're about 20 minutes, 19 and a half minutes away from victory here if you can hold on to this 2-score lead.
Aiden Wallace is going to take this goal kick, sends this one up. Looking for a couple different purple shirts there. As NAU has this one. That one, a good look there. Hayden Wallace is down, but she gets back up immediately. I'll tell you what, after I saw that shot by one NAU player, I didn't get the jersey number off of that. It happened so fast. But as soon as that shot was taken, 4 more NAU players were right there, ready to cover up that little bounce back. GCU doing a good job of clearing it out because that was a dangerous spot to be in.
You can see Cameron Larson getting Nancy there on the defensive side, trying to snatch that one away.
And that was Giselle Mata for NAU who made that, or took that shot there. Almost had herself a goal, almost extended that Lumberjacks lead. Whitaker's got it. Whitaker right back to Wallace. Wallace given a second to let things breathe. She's going to let her offense and defense get set here. Larson in the middle, but no. It looks like that's Brenna Alderson who's got it. And she was looking for Bowser, but it was off the foot of an NAU defender, or forward, excuse me. So that one's going to go GCU's way as that tosses in. Once again off NAU. Another toss in for Bowser. Or Belzer, excuse me. Barry Belzer throws this one in. Looking for Prokop. Prokop's right there, but that one's kicked out of bounds. Belzer's going to throw it in again. Or, excuse me, be subbed off. Looks like we're going to have a couple substitutions.
Now in the game for the Lumberjacks, number 3, Riley Mitchell.
Belzer tosses that one in. Finds Shimmer. Shimmer. Looking for Bab, but just over Danny Babb's head and out of bounds. Looks like it's now going to be a goal kick. Taryn Benham will take this one.
Yeah, sometimes that right leg is a gift and a curse, Dom. You saw it right there, putting, again, a little too much power on that one, on that potential pass and potential scoring opportunity for the Lopes, getting underneath it just a bit and popping that one out of bounds. But again, you could see the elite quickness of Marlene Shimmer and the elite power coming out of that right leg, of course, creating more opportunities for the Lopes. But this is textbook NAU right now. Again, at the 73.5-minute mark, all they got to do is once again kind of slow things down offensively and just, again, milk that clock a little bit. Because, again, you're only about 15 minutes away, up by 2. You don't want to create any more opportunities for this Lopes offense to get out in front.
NAU looking to put a little pressure on. Ferguson clears that one out. And Alderson cleared that right to a NAU defender. NAU looking to put a little pressure on here. McGee pops that one up. Hayden Wallace has it. Hayden Wallace continuing, despite giving up 2 goals this game, continuing to play with a little bit of confidence there in the box. That one right back up to Bab, or excuse me. NAU's got it. That one out of bounds. Going to be a throw in for GCU. Perry Belzer throwing this one in again. Rianne Jones came in for GCU, subbed in for Lindsay Prokop. Reese Mendelhall came in for Cameron Larson. So a couple new faces out there in this game. Good to see GCU using their bench. Trying to find some answers here. About 15, a little under 15 minutes to play. That one is kicked out of bounds. And NAU's going to throw this one in. Looking to put some pressure on in GCU territory. But that one out of bounds. So Hayden Wallace has this. She's going to let everybody get set before she bombs it out to midfield. Kick is away. McGee had it, looking for Alderson. Alderson right back to Tyler Ferguson. Ferguson back to Hayden Wallace. Wallace to Whitaker. Whitaker up. Looking for Rianne Jones. Rianne Jones couldn't do it. That one kicked away. Tyler Ferguson. Right back to Reese. Reese to Belzer. Belzer to Alderson. Alderson right back to Ferguson. Looks like it'll be a GCU throw-in.
And this GCU offense just trying to get the ball back on their side of the field. Again, at the 77.5-minute mark now. And toss it to Hayden Wallace, who, again, just going to try and re-strategize this offensive game plan with 13 minutes left. NAU doing what they are supposed to do this late in the game. Up by 2, having the ball in enemy territory, keeping the ball away from that Lopes offense. And at this point, again, clock ticking, 77:55 left. NAU doing exactly what needs to be done after those 2 early scores within the first 11 minutes.
Alderson trying to make something happen there as that one is kicked out.
And kind of a desperation call right there if you're the Lopes. Not really an open look there for Alderson, but she had to take a chance again with 12 minutes left, down by 2. The Lopes in desperate need of a goal right here, right now.
And it looks like Danny Babb, is going to move back, but that's going to bring on Cameron Larson. She's going to sub out for Michaela McGee, not Danny Babb. So McGee's going to get a much-needed breather. It's going to bring on El Capitan, Cameron Larson, the Lopes almost out of goal there. But good defense by Taryn Benham, who just swatted that one away with a little volleyball spike. So it's going to be a corner kick. So Cameron Larson comes on and immediately almost has a goal. Just like that. And another one possibly. So she's hungry. You can tell that she really wants to get that goal here. She's really looking to get some offensive spark in for this GCU Lopes team.
Well, it's definitely nice to see her contributing in a big way, really creating some pressure for Taryn Benham, something she really hasn't had all day long to this point, 80 minutes in, Dom.
NAU's got it up the sideline. GCU looking to get something going. Mendenhall has it. Babb trying to do something here. That one's going to roll out of bounds. And you will give it a toss. GCU really looking to get the momentum going. They look like they had a little bit of energy in them to begin this half, but then so far it looked a little flat.
And you can tell they're trying to slow things down at this point, 10 minutes to go. Just that toss in alone from NAU looked like they were taking their time. It looks like they'll get another opportunity here to get back in enemy territory. And at this point, if you're NAU, again, trying to keep the ball on offense, trying to keep the ball away from the Lopes, and just trying to wrap this thing up, as it has been a very frustrating day offensively for the Lopes all day long. We've seen Cameron Larson trying to make things happen. Marlene Shimmer as well being almost extra aggressive today, offensively utilizing that speed more that we saw on Thursday against the Wildcats, but nobody's been able to click thus far. JC Ironshad's taken a few opportunities as well for herself, but again, it's something to build on for their big showdown on Thursday as well here at the GCU Soccer Stadium with the Sun Devils. 2-game set coming up as Sydney Torres trying to make something happen. Almost coming away with a score there. Looks like it was deflected there at the last second. A game of inches today for the Lopes. Within the last 2 minutes, we saw Cameron Larson with 2 shots on goals, and now Sydney Torres taking a chance, taking a swing, but nobody's home once again.
Yeah, that one very close there. Close but no cigars, they say. As Taryn Benham's going to kick this one out. NAU's going to take this one. Wait on it, looking to expand on their lead. Got them up the sideline. As that one's out of bounds. Aiden Wallace just lets it go. Aiden Wallace going to set up this goal kick here, waiting for our offense to get set. Hopefully this sequence will result in a GCU goal as that one is up the field. Earnshed with a little push in the back against a NAU defender, but no call there. Wallace. Mendenhall almost had it. Reese Mendenhall went up for it, but headed out of bounds. So we're going to have a throw in here for NAU. Mendenhall here covering. That one kicked out. Aiden Wallace coming up. Clears that one. Teddy Babb got a foot on that one. She kicks it out. So once again, NAU tossing it in. The Lumberjacks holding on to this 2-0 lead as we're approaching the 86th minute mark here in this match. So it looks like it'll be a corner for NAU. Or throwing, excuse me. Tosses in, but that one kicked out. Aiden Wallace is going to have a goal kick here. Purple jerseys storm the opposite side of the field, trying to get something set. Wallace. The kick to her Lopes players, or her teammates, excuse me. Cameron Larson looking for that one, but couldn't come down with it. That one in the middle. Kick back. Ferguson. Mendenhall looking for it, but just couldn't find it. Mendenhall once again, but no. Right back to NAU. Ferguson. Back to Mendenhall. Mendenhall back to Bowser. Bowser is going to put it up. Mendenhall showing some speed, but she's tripped up. Belzer. That one's up. And let's see if GCU can do anything here, but no, taken away by NAU. Ref is going to say no call there. So a good look there. That was Rianne Jones. Rianne Jones almost had a quick little breakaway, but she was stopped immediately by that forceful NAU defense. And it almost seems like every single time, Jack, that a forward for GCU seems to really have a chance to attack, they're met immediately by 3 or 4 white shirts.
Which has been the story of this game all afternoon, Dom. NAU's defense being able to attain this Lopes offense, despite the Lopes having possession of the ball more so than the Lumberjacks in this second half, which is something we did not see, of course, in half number one, resulting in those 2 scores early on from NAU. They were able to hold on to possession of the ball and get deep into Lopes territory throughout that first half. We haven't seen too many opportunities for them here in this second half, despite the last few minutes or so, but they've done a tremendous job being able to shut out this Lopes offense to this point with 4 minutes to go.
And with 4 minutes left to play, the GCU offense just hoping to not get blanked at this point. Really trying to put something up on the board, make something out of this game. As that one is looked for Bab. Bab almost has it. Back to. And looks like that one is going to be a foul on GCU. That was on Rianne Jones, who had a nice little breakaway not too long ago. Belzer looking to give it back to her teammates. Wallace has it. She's going to clear it out. That one for Lindsay Prokop, who's back in the game. Jones to Prokop. Prokop. She's got it on the sideline. Looking for Shimmer. Shimmer tripped up. And she is down. She is down once again, Jack, but looks like she's going to hop back up.
She's holding her ribs here.
Yeah, looks
like
she
got it roughed up once again.
Took a shot there, right to the cage.
Well, luckily the Lopes will have 3 nights off before their mega showdown with the Sun Devils here on Thursday. As a few of these key offensive aspects for this Lopes offense going to need some rest heading into that showdown. But again, about under 2 minutes left in this game. The Lopes still down by 2. It's not looking promising. You got to know heading into that game that they've played very well defensively to this point. Got off to a slow start again within those first 11 minutes. Those 2 scores happening for NAU right out of the get-go. But they've done an amazing job to this point in the last 70 to 80 minutes combating this NAU offense that looked surging again in those first 10 minutes.
And we're down to the final minute of the game, Jack, and GCU just trying to make something of this, trying to put at least 1 on the board here as they're back in NAU territory. They kick that one out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in. Looks like it's Belzer. Belzer is tossing it in. Finds Rianne Jones. Rianne has it in the corner. But she's met immediately by 2, 3 white shirts. She's got no help over there. Nothing really she could do with that. Prokop has it, but she can't come down with it. That's a push in the back by Tyler Ferguson. They're going to call that one on her. And NAU will take their time with this one. As we're coming down to the last 30 seconds of this Sunday matchup. That one kicked. Belzer fighting for it, but back out of bounds. So, going to be an NAU throw in here, as that might take us to the end of the game.
10, 9,
and it looks like that will take us to the end of the game. This is going to be wrapped up pretty soon here. And that'll be the end of regulation, with the Lumberjacks of Northern Arizona University toppling your Lopes from Grand Canyon University 2-0. Jack, we saw a lot of good play from both sides, but in the end, NAU was the one who was able to come out and hold on to that lead that they've secured all game.
Well, who knew that Abby Donathan goal in the first 3 minutes was going to be the coup de grace, per se, for these Lumberjacks, because it was all about their defense. I mean, we mentioned the 2 scores offensively from Abby Donathan, and of course, the other coming from Kayla Terhune, both assists coming from Paige Malling. We didn't see the 2 offensive leading scorers from 2019 for Northern Arizona University in this one because GCU's defense stepping up in a big way in the second half here, and they did create a lot more opportunities for themselves. Remember, in the first half, it was all about NAU's offense. Again, having the ball deep in enemy lines, the Lopes really having nothing to show for their offensive contributions in half number one. In the final 45 minutes, though, Dom, it was a completely different story. The Lopes did a nice job really setting themselves up offensively. As you take a look at the Copper State Credit Union game summary here, you look at the overall stats, of course, a 2-0 win for NAU, but look at those second half stats. The Lopes really, they came into the second half with only 2 shots on goal. They finished with 12 total overall shots compared to 10 for NAU. They just weren't able to connect. You got to give credit to Taryn Benham leaving this one with 6 saves of her own, and of course Hayden Wallace in her second outing gets her second loss, but again picks up a save while only allowing 2 scores in those first 11 minutes. Did a tremendous job defensively in her second go-around, her second start here for the Lopes in her junior season. But again, as we wrap up, it looks like, of course, that 6-to-1 save ratio for NAU. It was just the Lopes just unable to connect against Taryn Benham on the offensive charge.
Yeah, Jack, we saw a great game. If I'm the Lopes, I'm not discouraged. They're playing good ball. They played good ball against U of A, and they're playing good ball here against NAU. Eventually, as the season goes on, things will start to click a little bit more for that offense. They'll start to gel a little bit more together. Danny Babb on the outside found some really good crosses with some really good footwork. She found Marlene Shimmer a couple times and Cameron Larson a couple times. Those things will start to come as the season goes on. Obviously, you'd hope that it will be here now. But Chris Sissel's got a young team, and it's early on in the season that, we'll continue to see them grow and grow more. And obviously, we would have loved to see a win here on this Sunday. But nonetheless, the Lopes eat this one, have to take the 2-0 loss, and will learn from it and come back on Thursday, the 11th, against Arizona State right here against, like I said, ASU, the Pac-12 loaded team. That game will be here at 7 p.m. on GCU Soccer Stadium. You can catch it on GCU TV. As always, you can catch all games, home games, here on GCU TV. For Dominic Kitten with Jack O'Hara, thank you so much for tuning in to GCU TV to watch this Super Soccer Sunday edition of GCU Women's Soccer. Unfortunately, they fall to the NAU Lumberjacks 2-0, but they will learn and they will grow. Again, as always, I'm Dominic Hinton, joined by Jack O'Hara. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can catch all home games on GCU TV. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and as always, go Lopes.